Hey guys, welcome back to Montavue. Today we have a quick tutorial for you guys. We're going to be showing you how to connect our wireless bullet camera, the MTB4090-SMD-WIFI, to your guys' network as well as your NVR. This is a pretty quick and easy process. It's a little bit different from your doorbell or your wireless floodlight because those use the Montavue Go application in order to connect everything. This one is going to use the camera, a router, and your guys' home computer in order to do it. So if you guys are ready to follow along, let's get started. Okay guys, before we get started with the installation, we want to collect a few items just to make sure we have everything we need. So first off, we do need a Wi-Fi or wireless router. Most of you guys should have one of these established in your location already, but if you don't, make sure you guys get a fairly powerful one depending on how far away you guys want to put your bullet camera. Next, we're going to need an Ethernet cable. This can be any length. It is just going to be used temporarily to plug the camera in to establish with your network. Then of course we need the camera box. Now let's open this up and see what we've got inside. First we have the antenna. It comes in this little pink bag. Next we have our weather resistant sleeve. This is used for PoE cables for wired cameras, so it's likely that we won't be using these. Then you're going to see the mounting screws in this bag. Make sure we hang on to those. This can be used to attach the camera to the wall. Next we have our power adapter. It should be this white one, and it should be a fairly long cord for you guys. And then finally, of course, we have our camera itself. So let's get everything out of the packaging and put it all on the table. All right, now that we have everything out, let's first start by plugging in the antenna to the camera. So you're gonna take this and plug it into this little gold section right here on the back, and it's gonna thread and twist to the right. Make sure you guys get that firmly secure. Next, we're gonna plug in the power. So this little end, we're gonna plug that into the power adapter, and then we're gonna run the power adapter to a wall outlet. Next, we're going to connect the Ethernet cable to the PoE connection on the back of the camera. And we're going to run the other end of that Ethernet cable into one of your standard ports on the back of your router. Now that we have that camera plugged in, we should see this little indicator light on the front of the camera. It may be red blinking or green blinking at first, and then we want to wait till it does a solid green light. That means it is firmly connected to your guys' network. Once you guys have that solid green light showing, we're ready to jump on the computer and establish this with the network. So the first thing we need to do is open up a web browser, and let's head over to montavue.com. From the main page, we're going to go to the Help Center, should be right up here. Once we're in the Help Center, we want to go to Downloads right over here. Once we're in the Downloads section, if you look to the far right, we're going to see IP Config Tool. Go ahead and click on the symbol, and that will take you to the download page. This one, you just have to click either you want the Windows or the Mac version. Okay, once we have that program downloaded, we're going to open it up, and it is a very simple program. We're simply going to hit this big refresh button on the top, and that will search your guys' entire network for any available devices. Now here is where we should see the MTB4090-SMD-WIFI and its given IP address. If all that looks good and you guys can find it, it should be uninitialized just like so. So the first thing we need to do is actually initializing the camera. So we're going to select this box on the left, put a check mark there, and then we're going to go down here on the bottom left and click Initialize. Initializing is easy. All it basically is asking is to make a password. So here we're going to do whatever password you guys want. However, if you're planning on adding this camera to an NVR, I would recommend using the exact same password as you use for your NVR. We do this so that they can sync up and there's no extra work that we have to do. Finally, you guys can put an email. This is just to recover. It's not necessary, I'm not going to do it, but if you guys want to throw in an email in here, this is how you would recover the camera in case you guys ever forget the password. All right, now that the camera's initialized, we should see it on this list here. It should say initialized, and it should have an IP address right here. So if that all looks good, we are going to go to the far right of this listing, and we're going to click on this little E icon on the far right. Now what that's going to do is it should open up a web page that takes us to the login screen for this particular camera. For whatever reason, if you guys can't get this button to work, you can also access the camera login page by entering in the IP address as you see here. And then you're just going to take a web page, go to the address bar, and type in that IP address just like so. Once we're at the login page, we're going to use admin in all lowercase letters as our username, and then the password is going to be the one that we just initialized the camera with. Once you guys log into the camera successfully, we should see the live view appear on this little screen. And we're gonna click on Setting on the upper right corner. Once we get to this page, we are gonna go to the left side and select Network, and then we are gonna choose the Wi-Fi option beneath that. Once we get to the Wi-Fi page, your guys' wireless camera is going to reach out and find any available wireless networks. So from here, this list, you just simply have to choose which network you guys want to join. It should ask for a password depending on if your router has one. And then once you have that, go ahead and hit connect. This little status bar right down here will go from not connected to connected in green. So now that the camera is successfully connected to your guys' wireless router, we can go ahead and unplug the PoE cable from the back as well as the power. And we are ready to now mount the camera. Once you guys are ready to mount it, go ahead and use all 3 mounting screws and put them through the 3 mounting sections on the plate. And fair warning, these screws are not magnetized, so don't drop them like I did because they're really hard to find on the ground. Once you guys get that mounted up, we're ready to plug in the camera to its power source. So again, you're gonna take that power adapter, plug it into the camera, and you're gonna run it to an outlet. Once you guys get it plugged in, you're gonna see the indicator light on the camera come on, and it should go from flashing green to solid green once it's made that connection back with your guys' router. If you guys want to move the camera around, there is a little adjustment screw right here. All you have to do is simply loosen that, and then you guys can move the camera and you can turn the base to make this thing point any direction you guys want. Once you guys have it though, make sure you guys tighten that back in, and that way your camera stays firmly in place. Okay, and the final step here is to connect it to your guys' NVR. So we're gonna go back to the NVR. We're gonna go to the main menu by selecting the right click button. We're gonna choose main menu. Then on the main page, we're gonna go to camera, should be in the bottom left corner. Then we're gonna go to camera list, make sure that we're on that selection. And then finally, we're gonna hit search device. This is gonna bring up any camera that's in your guys' network, including the wireless. So we just need to pick that out from this list. It's already initialized, so all we have to do, assuming that you guys have the same password on the wireless camera as your NVR, is simply select it, and then we're gonna press add down here. It should add into the next available channel, and this light indicator should go green. Now, if you guys go to your live page, you should have your camera firmly established on your NVR, and it should automatically start recording right there. So that's it, guys. All right, guys, that about covers the wireless bullet install. Hopefully everything went well, and you guys are looking at a fully functioning Wi-Fi bullet camera. If you guys had any issues during this installation, give our tech support a call. We are here Monday through Friday to answer anything you guys need. As always, I appreciate you guys checking out this video. Don't forget to subscribe for the next one, and we'll see you guys later. Thanks for choosing Montavue.